Day one of StreamTV just wrapped. I'm Seth from ViewNexa. Here are the biggest takeaways from day one. Number one, almost every single big player in this industry is thinking almost exclusively about the operating systems of connected TVs or smart TVs. It's not just OTT apps anymore, it's the entire operating system. Take Roku, for example. Roku is essentially considered an OS manufacturer for connected TVs and set-top boxes. Compare them to someone like Netflix. And you might think that Netflix and Roku are kind of apples to apples, but they're really not, and there's two very big reasons why. The first and perhaps biggest difference is that Netflix also creates content. So when you log into the Netflix app, if its recommendation algorithm is going to show you anything, it's probably going to emphasize Netflix's first-party content. Roku doesn't have any first-party content. They don't make any of their own content. The second difference between Roku and Netflix is that Roku also makes hardware. They make those OTT set-top boxes. Netflix doesn't have anything like that. What that means is that Roku is content agnostic, whereas Netflix is hardware agnostic. So the rumblings in the industry that we're seeing now is that the corporate entities who generate content are becoming a lot more ambitious in their aspirations. They want the same kind of unilateral control over the content that Netflix has, but also control the operating system, the hardware, and basically an entire ecosystem like Roku does. Which brings me to the second takeaway, because you know who else is gunning for the OS on smart TVs? Advertisers. Advertisers are looking for ways to put ads in front of you before you even launch an app on the OS. And to take it even further than that, let's say you're watching a live event inside one of those apps that's on your TV OS. You know how when you're watching like the NFL on broadcast television and they'll have these segments where it's not a commercial break, but you're still essentially getting like an underwritten ad, and they have these nifty little infographics that show the logo of the sponsor, maybe some banners scrolling across the bottom. Advertisers are looking for ways to do that in-app, mid-broadcast, not during a break, and have it all be targeted to you as the viewer. Takeaway number three, and this one comes from the world of sports. If you think about watching live sports on broadcast television, those broadcasts are paid for using a business model called F.A.S.T. So the advertisers are supplying the money that makes those broadcasts possible to be free to the viewer. But in the world of streaming, it's a lot more common to see a growing number of sporting events get put behind an exclusive paywall. Think about the NFL, for example. The NFL, like if you want to watch a home game for your sports league, that's on one platform. If you're watching an away game, it's on a second platform. If the game's on Sunday, it's over here. If it's on Thursday, it's over there. Monday, over there somewhere. You see where I'm going with this. But younger audiences are not able to afford that kind of model. So they're paying attention and they're thinking about pivoting to expanding more in F.A.S.T. So they may not consolidate everything into a fewer number of platforms, but we might see a greater percentage of those fractured platforms paying for the broadcasts using F.A.S.T. as opposed to essentially a subscription model or pay-per-view model. So sports might be about to become more accessible to more people. There's a lot more to come. The next 2 days are going to be way, way bigger, much more densely packed. So I'll keep you posted as we keep going, but for now, I'll see you on day two.